Hi everyone, we're back out at Farlows again this week, again working down south at the Scottish Trials up at Clearwater in Lancashire. At the weekend there, drove back down on the Sunday, said hi to the kids and the wife, and then basically had a shower and back out again as I was away to Kilburn Road on the Sunday night. So finished up there, got down to the lake early this morning, had a couple of walks around. The lake's quite dead actually. Here I go with that again. I really do apologise for this, but it's really hard not to say it when you're just talking. When you're just talking, so I really do apologise for the I'll try to keep it down a little. So yeah, so at the lake earlier this morning, had a walk round, didn't really see much going. Last fish out, to my knowledge, was on peg 2 blankers, so it was free. So set up there, away to work again, got back. I know, again I fished here, so I know what the spots are. 14 wraps out to the right hand island. There's 2 islands in front of you. I'll give you a show of that later. You've got the course side on your left hand side, which is the path that runs in between lakes 1 and 2. That takes you to Scots and then over into the pads. So you've got 2 islands, one on the right, one straight in front of you, then the course side. So 14 wraps to the corner of the right hand island. There's 2 spots on the island in front of you. The one right in front of you doesn't really seem to be doing what it used to do. And then the one at the right, the guy that was in here before from Real Fishing, Paul Forsyth, he had one from there. Unfortunately, I've only got 2 rods at the minute because one of my reels is broke. Obviously didn't like the trip up north, so I'm waiting to get that sorted. Hopefully that'll be in the next couple of days. And then I've got one down in the course side, underneath the willow tree. Probably seen a bit of footage already. Who's that? Someone walking by me. Probably seen a bit of footage already of me putting some bait out with the baiting spoon signal, 12 metre baiting spoon. So we were doing that, a bit sneaky, put maggots out, crushed boilie, some hemp, some party blends, some boilies, whole boilies, and I'm fishing a whole boilie over the top of that at the minute. And my next door neighbour for the next couple of days, well at night time anyway, is the famous Brad Greening. So I obviously know Brad from Eric's. Yeah, so I've been talking to him as you do on the bank, and the wind got up just about tea time. Brad's got one of the Nash double top 2-man bivvies that he's in at the minute, and the wind was coming straight into it. Big gust, 45 mile an hour, went under the bivvy, and the whole bivvy started taking off. So that was quite amusing for everybody around the lake. But yeah, so we've got him next door. He was on last night. He had 2 small fish. And we're hoping the weather's going to settle down a bit now. It's been torrential rain. Obviously, there's been a lot of flooding, so I hope everybody's safe out there. The weekend was really hard up north. One of the younger boys, Callum, you might have seen from the kind of small blog that I've done from the weekend, could really know what happened. He had a lovely 22.8 common. Only a young lad, so if anybody was going to catch, I kind of hoped he would, and he did. So, and then he lost 3 on zigs. So it was a hard weekend. Like I say, to drive down here on the Sunday and get back, so not seen much of the kids or anything like that, but hey ho. I've got them all weekend as the, excuse me while I just went back a bit of rain. So a bit of bivvy maintenance, as they say. I like a nice clean bivvy. I can't be doing with all this mud and all that. So yeah, so the wife, she's away for a Christmas night out up into Scotland at the weekend. So I've got the kids all weekend, so that should be fun. I think we're going to go Silverson Motor Museum or something like that. Yeah, so like I say, we're in Blankers. Put a fair chunk of food out on the cool side. Put about 5 or 6 sponges of chopped and whole broiler out off the island. And hopefully we'll grab a fish or two. I don't really know what's going on with Farlows at the minute. People that have been fishing here for like 30 odd years have never known it like this at all, and I don't know whether it's the weather, I don't know, you know, it's so up and down. I mean, we've got a nice low pressure at the minute, southwesterly, you know, blowing, but it's cold southwesterly, as you would expect at this time of year, I would imagine anyway, but it's, you know, I don't know, I don't know whether it's everybody's fishing the bottom, and the fish are up in the layers, because obviously that, you know, there's been a lot of cold rain. All that cold rain will, you know, go to the bottom of the lake, so it is pushing the fish up in the thermos. Not really fishing areas where you can fish zigs. I don't know. It's a strange one. It's a strange one. There's a stocking going on Wednesday in Lake 2. So I've seen some pictures of the fish, and they're absolutely gorgeous. They're lovely looking fish. But there's no new stuff to show you. I've got a new smock, which you can't really see, or should I say jacket, neoprene jacket of Ocean. As the brand have come on board with Scotland. So we'll be wearing their clothing. Out on the back for our matches, so that's a really good addition to us as a nation. The next trial is down at Boston's in February, so looking forward to that and meeting all the guys again. So that's really where we are here. We're here till Thursday. It's now Monday evening, so we're here till Thursday. Hopefully we'll catch a few fish. We'll see. But I'll get back to you later. It's 6:30 in the morning, going on for 7:15. Up and ready to go to work. I'll be leaving in about the next half an hour. Gutted, to be truthful with you. Lost a fish last night at about 2:30 in the morning. Cut me off. So yeah, a bit gutted, and going to work a bit frustrated, shall we say. So clipped back up again last night, retubed, and yeah, got the rods back out again, and yeah, nothing else has happened really. It's a misty morning, cold, not too cold. It was actually quite mild last night. When I got back down to the lake early in the evening, it kind of went really mild coming up to dark. There was no rain. I think there was a bit of rain forecast last night, but we didn't have any. So I've obviously been thinking about what's been going on and all that, and I don't know whether or not the fish need the coldness to kind of stabilise a little bit. The weather's kind of been up and down, as you probably all know. Got the stove on in a minute, heating hands up. The weather's kind of been up and down. It's been mild, then it's been cold, then it's been mild, and I think it needs to sustain at a temperature. If it's going to be cold for like a week long or something like that, you know, quite a long period of time, to kind of kick the fish's arses into gear to start going eating a bit. I mean, the lake here is full of naturals. There's still a bit of weed growth. It's dying now as there's a lot of floating weed down the other end. So hopefully that'll kickstart them into starting to eat a little bit of food. And I was gonna go off the lake, but I'm in a dilemma, a real bad dilemma, and it's, if I go somewhere else and it starts kicking off, then I miss out on a lot of hard work that I've put in on the lake, and a lot of hours, and a lot of bait. I don't really want to do that, but I don't know if I'm doing the right thing either. So I don't know. I shall see. But that's where we're at. So yeah, a bit gutted to have lost a fish, but hey ho. Sometimes how it rocks. Crafty Carper is a bumping addition, this one. And I've gave my thoughts on the switching over to fluorocarbon in winter debate. So, interesting read. Likes of Ting Tongi and McMillan and Jack Fennell as well. He's a busting little angler, he is. Little being the operative word. But he's a very good angler, and it's good having the guys here really. Eric's, you know, they're very free with their information. You know, him, Rob, Brad, Rob's just a catching machine. Rob Burgess is, and they are free with their information. Just don't listen to them what they say about sticky baits. But no, very good, and like I say, very free with their information. If you ask them a question, they give you the honest answer. So yeah, so that's a good addition this month from what I've seen. So yeah, so that's where we're at. No one on Scots at the minute, but I'm sure that'll change. And usually on blankers or with Scots, if there's nobody on either peg, then usually those pegs fish well. There's a light gone out, brilliant quality. Obviously that'll need charged. So yeah, so generally if there's nobody on Scots, blankers fishes well down the course side, and if there's nobody on blankers, then Scots fishes well down the course side. So put a better bait out, like I said. yesterday when I got back. I'm not going to put any more out now. Oh, there's the light gone again. Oh, God almighty, that pisses me off sometimes. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So I'll come back to you later on when I come back from there. last night. It's Wednesday. Obviously you know about the cut off that I had last night. Got the rods out. While I was down here today, actually something interesting to talk about. Seems as though there's no fish. Farlows had a stocking today over in lakes 1, 2 and 3 actually. So some fish went into lake 1, which is the big lake, and then 50 fish went into lake 2, and a few fish went into lake 3 as well, which is the kids' lake. So I got some video footage of that, which I will put on after this vlog, so to speak. So the next sequence you'll see is obviously the fish going in today. So that was quite interesting. Some absolute stunners that have gone in there, big shoulders, that look as if they're going to be growing to nice fish. There's still a lot of pike activity in front of me, which is causing me problems with line. But I have seen a fish. So just on dark there's a fish just probably 10 yards behind my right hand rod spot, which is underneath a bush. I've moved both the other rods. One's going in a hole in the island in front of me, the smaller one, and the other one is in the channel in between the course side and the first island. So we've put a bit of bait. I don't know when I put the maggot out if I've actually brought the smaller fish in, which again has brought the pike in, but this area is renowned for the pike kind of herding up the little fish, pushing them into a corner, then obviously just smashing the absolute shit out of them, so to speak. So really there's nothing to report fish wise, apart from obviously, you know, I got cut off last night. And then, like I say, the video's stocking, so there's nothing else to do. Hopefully we'll get into a fish tonight. I'm actually pretty confident tonight. Don't know why, but I feel as if I'm going to have a fish. Hopefully I'll be proved right and not proved wrong. And hopefully we'll have you to show you something during the night. Like I say, it's my last night tonight. Leaving early this week. The wife's away to Glasgow. Flying up on Friday for a Christmas night out with the pals. So I've got the kids for the weekend, which will be nice. Yeah, as you can hear, the coots are going absolutely off the nut in the background. Yeah, it's been a tough week this week, yet again. I feel as if I couldn't catch a cold at the minute. But we shall see. Like I say, nothing really else much to say or go on. Obviously my blogs are a bit boring at the minute, but we'll see. But hopefully I'll come back to you during the night. Okay? Cheers. Right, here we go, guys. Let me get in the centre. Middle rod in the hole, which we spoke about earlier on, which I'll show you later. Rattled off about 15 minutes ago. We've been blessed with a lovely little mirror, a little over £20. But there she is. Wow, absolute stoter. Caught on mainline pineapple trimmed down pop-up. Like I say, brilliant. We've not blanked again on another trip down to Farlows. Hopefully, I don't think I'll get that rod back out on the spot due to where it is in the hole. But oh, she's lovely. So she is. There's 2 stunners I've caught in the last trap after watching the stocking get done today. But yeah, really pleased with that. And yeah, time to get back and see if we can get the rod out in some sort of distance. But I think you'll agree, It's a stunning, stunning mirror cord. Again, low 20, probably about £23, which is beautiful and very, very welcome. Okay, cheers guys and girls, see you later. Bye. Hey everyone, just thought I'd come on and show you what I'm actually doing. Bait wise, as usual I'm using mainline. The hook link I'm using, as probably most of the time I do now, is the Ronnie rig. This is actually the hook that had that fish on. I don't know whether you can see there. Obviously I get my hooks hand sharpened. Move out the way a bit. That's what happens after a hand sharpened hook has had a fish. If you can see where the point is bent up the way. So obviously it's a hooker, a fish, but it's well worth it because that was absolutely nailed and not coming out as normal. Obviously got my loop section there, which I like to run, and I put obviously the putty round there. So that hook is dead. I've kept it for you. So that's what I'm using. The high impact essential IB pop-up. And a little thing that I do, which is obviously I'm doing in the winter just to make it an awesome bait to a truly awesome bait, is I get the essential cell activator. Oh, there we go. And what I do is I get a little capful, just a very small amount of it, you don't need much, and then it goes. So you don't need very much of this at all. As we got it all over my hands, as we got yellow stained hands now. Get that in there, give it a good shake. Oh, I don't know why I'm offering up to you to smell, because you won't smell anything. But as you can see now, that's them nicely coated, and what it does is it just makes what I think is an awesome bait into a truly awesome bait. That will all sink into there. Also been feeding out just the odd catapult of boilie, not much, just 2 or 3 round about it. But again, what I've been doing is putting the essential cell activator in the free bait as well, and that sinks in over time and sinks into the boilie, and again just makes it, you know, a little bit more pungent, a little bit more fruity. So obviously well chuffed with the fish. So beginning to doubt myself, as you do when you're not couching. And what we'll do tomorrow morning is I'll just run you through the gear that I'm using. I'm using my match rods at the minute, as I'm not fishing at range. And to be fair, even at range, I had a few chucks out on the front, peg 2 next to me, as nobody's fishing it today. And I was hitting 110 yards with a 3-ounce lead in these rods anyway, so they can go over 100 yards if I need to. But they're a very good all-round rod, this setup. Very soft tip action, quick tapering. Yeah, so we'll go through that tomorrow morning before I go to work. So hopefully I'll come back to you tonight, but just thought I'd show you what I was using and what I was catching on. And hopefully we'll come back with some more news later on tonight. First of many, hopefully. Right, see you later. Hi everyone, right, that's us finished this session. It's Thursday morning, 7 o'clock, and we're packing up to go to work. Back down in the area next week, so we'll be at Farlows again for the week, and hopefully we can get into a few more fish. So we've had the one from the hole on the right hand side of the left island in Blancas, and and that was it. Nothing else happened. Obviously I couldn't get the bait back out there again last night. It's too much of a tight cast into the hole in the island, so basically I just put it on the edge of the island, which isn't really a prominent spot for here, but obviously it's a rod in the water, so you never know. That's the only problem with blankers, is 2 of your rods are fish tight to snags, which if you get a fish during the night you're never going to get them back in, which has proved to be the case here. So the lake's filling up now. Obviously the weekend's coming. It was a lot milder last night, even though it was very, very windy. I think we've got a north easterly wind at the minute, so it's blowing from the back of me. Just let me get my compass up, and I shall. No, I don't want that. Compass. Yeah, so it's a northeasterly at the minute, so it's quite a cold wind. Very, very windy last night. Picked up about 2 o'clock in the morning. Lucky that it's coming from the back of me. With blankers, you're kind of sheltered from the building a little bit as well. So yeah, so we'll edit. That's 2 blogs I've got to edit now. The one for the Scottish Carp Trials at Clearwater, that's a very short blog really, not a lot. And then this one from the 3 nights, well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 3 nights here. So again, I think it works out into about 48 hours, 36 hours probably, with fishing, just at the night time. So one fish in 36 hours isn't too bad. I'm quite pleased with that, and it's a lovely fish as well. Got a good write-up. I was in this month's edition of Crafty Carper, giving my views on using fluoro in the winter, fluorocarbon. So they asked for my noddy evaluation on it, so I gave it. Some good anglers giving some probably better advice than me, and good advice. Ian McMillan and Jack Farlow, like I've already said. But yeah, so that's it. So I shall bid you farewell. The next one, because I'm a bit longer, I'll probably go through the gear that I use. I was going to do it this morning, but I can't be arsed, and I'm too tired, and I need to go to work. So yeah. So I'll do the editing this weekend, and hopefully get it up before I go away. But if you're out on the bank this weekend, hope you're lucky, and I'll see you on the bank sometime. Cheers then, bye bye.